Verse 23 of the Kama Sutra reads, Evam Shatrimshad Adhyaya, Cheta Shashti Prakarani, Adhikaranani Sapta, Sapadam Shloka Sahasram. This schematic diagram maps exactly what that verse translates to. The text outlines its own strict parameters, 7 major books, 36 chapters, and 64 distinct subtopics. And filling that framework is a specific data payload, exactly 1,250 individual verses. This exact numerical breakdown appears in the Sastra Sangraha, the first section of the text, written specifically to inventory its own contents. Recording 1,250 verses in ancient India required inscribing each syllable onto dried palm leaves with a metal stylus. Storage space was scarce, and execution was labor-intensive. When you strip away the modern aesthetic projections of romance and exoticism, what remains is an incredibly rigid structural document. Vatsyayana engineered a highly deliberate socio-behavioral taxonomy. By rebuilding his grid chapter by chapter, we can see exactly how he categorized human behavior. Looking at this blank schematic, we have to start with the rules Vatsyayana established in Sutra 15 for how information is nested. The highest level of categorization is the Adhikarana. This is a major book or section where a sweeping, authoritative subject begins. Nested inside those columns are prakaranas, the specific, granular subtopics that make up the broader subject. These elements are bound together by the samudesha, a concise summary ensuring no concept is placed out of order. Ancient scholars relied on this strict nesting system. Without a printing press, a rigid hierarchy was the only way to index and retrieve complex sociological data. The entire system runs on a specific philosophical engine called the Trivarga, the required balance of dharma, artha, and kama, duty, wealth, and pleasure. To see how a citizen was trained to balance those 3 forces, we need to populate the 7 books in chronological order. This schematic shows column 1. Sutra 16 titles it Sadharana, meaning general principles. It contains 5 chapters and 5 topics. It dictates the rules for civic life, defining the Trivarga, the 64 arts, and strict citizen conduct. Then, column 2, Samprayogika, covers sexual union. Data density spikes here, packing 10 chapters and 17 specific topics. This section quantifies physical intimacy using mathematical dimensions of the human body, the exact duration of time required, and the specific emotional state of the participants. It applies clinical precision to physical mechanics, categorizing specific embraces, the placement of marks, and acts like Alpadishtaka, all with the detachment of an anatomy textbook. This single column holds the precise anatomical data that ultimately gave the entire manual its modern, singular reputation. This tree map chart visualizes the true proportion of that data. Book 2's 17 topics are surrounded and dwarfed by the remaining 47 topics of the manual. Physical union is treated as a highly quantifiable variable, but it is only one component within a vast sociological equation. Moving to Book 3, Sutra 18, Kanya Samprayuktika. This column charts courtship across 5 chapters and 9 topics. The focus here is heavily sociological. It instructs the reader on assessing family lineage, securing mutual trust, and scientifically analyzing nonverbal cues. Books 4 and 5 drop into the framework next, functioning as a dual-pillar system for complex household management. Book 4 contains 8 topics dedicated to marital duties. It extensively details the legal and social hierarchies of polygamous marriages and the management of royal harems. Book 5 counterbalances this with 10 topics analyzing external affairs. It reads like a risk management protocol, outlining household vulnerabilities and how to safeguard against outsiders. Looking closely at the grid reveals a mathematical tension. A strict count yields 67 topics, not 64. This anomaly occurs where distinct topics overlap. The accompanying commentary explains that due to cause and effect relationships, overlapping sutras are merged into a single, concurrent topic. These central books prove that the text is primarily concerned with the highly regulated legal, structural, and social management of the classical state. Column 6 introduces Sutra 21, Vaishika, focused entirely on courtesans. It adds 6 chapters and 12 topics to our grid. This section strips away romance entirely. It is a cold, calculated economic and psychological framework. It trains the courtesan to analyze patrons, identify exact indicators of waning interest, and execute specific extraction protocols. Book 7, Aupanishadika, then completes the grid with 2 final chapters and 6 topics. This section acts as a pharmacological appendix. It lists practical physical augmentations, including specific aphrodisiacs and methods for physical enhancement. When all conventional methods fail, it details esoteric subjugation techniques and remedies utilized as an absolute last resort. The manual's architecture traces a complete line from high social theory down to hard, uncompromising survival tactics. This visualization shows the complete 1,250-verse structure. All 64 topics sit perfectly with 36 chapters across 7 books. Why did the author, Vatsyayana, dedicate the entire first section of his manual to explicitly counting his own chapters and verses? The commentary provides the exact reason, to show that compared to previous texts, this one is brief. The math is an argument for brevity. Vatsyayana did not invent this material from scratch. He was an aggregator. He took sprawling, unmanageable treatises by earlier scholars like Dattaka and Suvarnanabha and ruthlessly compressed them. The numbering matrix was his proof of methodological efficiency. It guaranteed to his readers that he had consolidated scattered data into a single, usable format. Recognizing this mathematical framework requires reading the text not as a continuous narrative, but as an index. The Sastra Sangraha proves exactly what the Kama Sutra was built to be. It is an encyclopedic, optimized reference architecture designed to navigate the complexities of classical Indian civic life.